Hey, it's Jeremy. I am a grateful recovering addict, and believer in Jesus Christ. Today we will continue as always with our daily devotion. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. But today is Tuesday, April the 26th, 2022, and today's devotion is titled, Are You Spread a Wee Bit Too Thin? Colossians 2:8 reads, See to it that no one takes you captive by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human tradition, according to the elemental spirits of the world, and not according to Christ. Are you overcommitted? Oh dear, I can hear the head nodding through the computer screen. Thought so. It's kind of weird, but there's tangible fallout when we overcommit and overschedule our lives or our families' lives. And usually the overcommitment results in our relationships suffering, our families suffer. We don't have time to create deep relationships with friends, meaningful time with our spouses. It just isn't there. And most importantly, our time with God. Do we even have time left over for God to pray and talk with Him? Matthew 5:13 tells us that we are the salt of the earth, but if our salt has become tasteless, what good is it but to trample on under our feet? It goes on to say, let your light shine before men in such a way that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. You have the ability and the right to pick and choose what you do. You're supposed to do that. You have the power. We are to pick what we want to do and do that well. Your light will shine by those few things being done well rather than a lot of things being done poorly. And by achieving well on those few things, you will feel rewarded and refreshed and full of purpose. That is today's devotion. As usual, I'll give you my thoughts on what God's saying to me through this devotional and how it applies to my life. If I'm being 100% honest, the title, Spread Too Thin, screams out to me as more of a commitment. And being a recovering addict myself, I could give you a thousand things that I was committed to, or I was spreading myself thin, in all the wrong areas of life. So being truly committed to something, is hard. We as Christians, we want to be people who follow through on what we say we will do. I think being committed to follow through on our promises and stay the course, through all the ups and downs of our responsibilities in life. It can be family, school, work, sports, church, friends, faith, your commitment to recovery, or your commitment to God. We have a lot of commitments as humans, but it's not easy to commit to anything. Especially when we have so much to commit to. It's very clear. It's very clear we have a lot of commitments, but some of us, may have even more commitments than we mentioned. But you know, what's most important commitments we have? What commitments, should we pay the most attention to? And I think that's when things, get probably get so complicated. I feel like God can change our perspective on things, which in turn, can change our commitments. The story of Paul on the road to Damascus teaches us, that God can change our perspective and our commitments. Paul had a moment where he was focused to consider his perspective, priorities, and commitments. You can read the story for yourself in Acts chapter 9. But if we get closer, if you want to get closer to God, we must listen to His instruction. If we don't love God, we can't love others. If we can't love others, it's pretty hard to love God. I'll end with this. We have a God who honors His commitments. He keeps His promises. He fulfills His word. When you choose not to quit, when things get rough, and if you stick to lost causes because you said you would, no matter how bad things are, if you stick with that person or that thing that you had committed to, you're most like God. I have failed Him tremendously, but He's never wavered on His commitment to me. And you'll learn that a commitment, it can and will have a direct impact on your future and what others think of you, which can directly affect your witness to others. So that's why ultimately it's why it's so important to know what your priorities are, to choose your commitments wisely so you can follow through on those commitments to ultimately, further God's kingdom. Put your commitments to God first, as He's committed to you. Thank you for your time. I hope this message reaches someone in need. As always, just keep it simple, and do the next right thing. Change your perspective on things. Look from all views, from all perspective views, before making the first move. And once you commit to that first move, finish strong. You are worth it. You will recover. We do recover. So really just prioritize your commitments, and put it in God's hands. But when you commit to something, make sure you follow through, and things will, if you got it in the right places, things will work out just fine. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with me through all these lessons. I'm personally forever grateful for God using me to just convey these daily devotionals, and I'm seeing positive outcomes. Hearing it from other people, and it's getting out there, which is amazing to me, and it's just a testimony to what God can do in your life when you give Him control. I'm a testament to that, and that's what we're going to keep on doing. So just thank you for your time. I'm praying for you. I'm praying with you. Have a great day. God bless.